So, so how was how was this meditation for you? Do you have any remark, question, answers? No, so much.
Oh, so
Enter. Okay,
Extremely hot.
that's why I put the fan.
Yeah, and I'm saying, gee, thank goodness. I got hot and I'm sweating like crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I have to button my collar. What the heck is happening? Uh, First time this ever happened.
Uh huh.
But that goes back to last night's first I feel in the, I mean, how long is this thing?
Yeah, it was 2 hours.
No, no, it felt like it. It really did. But the thing was, I was constipated.
Yeah.
It's just that I only became when I woke up.
Yeah.
Thinking, how long was this thing?
Yeah. Yeah. This is so powerful because usually when the time is long, that means it's not fun.
It's what?
It's not fun.
Uh, it's
Like
the
the
thing.
time that you're suffering, it's take forever. The suffering takes forever. The time seems really long, but you have experienced a long time of bliss.
You lost me there. You have lost me. No, because it was, I was comfortable.
Yes,
No problem at all.
yes,
It was only when I woke up I realized it was a long time.
yeah.
And I was thinking maybe I went deeper into it or what.
It was deeper, and you did not experience time. You experienced eternity.
It felt like it, yeah. It
Uh,
really did.
it feel like it because it is it.
Yeah. And I was very comfortable with it.
Oh yeah, it's your domain. Eternity is your domain. You're not born to be limited in time. Remember, time and space have been invented by human beings. There is no such a thing of time and space. And even the scientists have never been able to demonstrate time and space either. They cannot find what's the beginning of time. They cannot find what's the edge of space. There is no such a thing as time and space. So if there is no time, no space, all there is eternity. And you experienced it, and you were at ease, comfortable, because it's your nature. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought about this morning, probably around 3 o'clock, I'm thinking, why was so long? And then I thought about when we talked about the hurricane, uh, everything is going to hell outside. And once you get into it,
Mhm.
uh, it's quiet. There's sound. Sound is just dampened down. And even though it's dark and thundering outside,
Yeah,
inside the eye of that hurricane, it is peaceful, it's
it's
quiet, and it's bright.
and
Its sun
still.
is shining all the way through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and it's still. It's not moving at all.
exactly. It's just still.
And the so the center is still and not moving, and the periphery is really fast,
Right, right.
like 100 miles an hour, destroying everything on its way. But the core is stillness.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I thought about what Joshua said yesterday about the limits. We got the physical limits, we got the metaphysical limit, and then the hurricane, it has its limits as well. I don't know how you measure them, but like I said, outside the hurricane it's dark, it's raising hell. Inside it's bright, it's quiet, but the hurricane only extends so far down in the ocean. It doesn't go on, it scans into the stratosphere,
Mhm.
okay, but it does not go too far down in the ocean.
Mhm.
You know, taking time to those are limits beyond comprehension. Everything has a set path, a set
Mhm.
limits. Just enough to come drive me crazy trying to follow you.
This is what happened when you experience eternity.
When you come, when you come in the course of yoga,
And this experience that you have with the meditation tonight, you say you felt heat and you were sweating abundantly.
yes,
Because remember the everybody is born with life energy which is concentrated at the lower chakra.
okay,
And when you meditate, because you relax, you are opening the blocks that we create on the centers of energy inside us. And because of that, then the energy from the lower chakra can come up and get to the higher chakra. This is why you had how you call when you have menopause. You have had flashes.
oh,
Yeah,
first
without
time,
being a
first time
woman.
I've had one. Yeah,
What you have had flashes? I saw in India men trying to get had flashes, the monk, because here in the West, a had flash is considered like a almost a bad thing. Women with menopause, you have a hot flash, you have to take something so you don't have hot flashes. But hot flash is one of the most natural thing because the woman has the hot flashes because she doesn't need the energy at the lower chakra to create life. So this energy is coming to the higher chakra, and instead of being the mother of a small group of people, she becomes the universal mother. So that energy that you felt in your head, this is it. That energy with the cosmos.
men will have a hot flash, and what happens for
That
men?
flashes are, they don't have hot flashes. But I saw in India, I saw men trying to have hot flashes through concentration, through meditation, because of the value of the hot flashes. I was saying in the West, hot flashes are, it's not good. But in the East, they know better, and it's power. So the power that you are born with, instead of staying at the lower level, they open your heart, your third eye, your connection with the cosmos. It's very powerful. And this is what you have experienced in this meditation without the menopause. No menopause, no womenopause.
You really should be ashamed. You really should be ashamed.
You was the one yesterday you said you are renouncing intimacy,
Yeah,
renouncing
this morning
women.
I woke up. I might want to renounce. I might want to renounce that renunciation. Life change, we evolve, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Renounce.
Yeah.
Yeah, renounce or renunciation. That's beautiful.
Mhm.
That's pure freedom.
Yeah, ain't it?
That's what you said the first day, and nobody understand that. This is what happened. right. Yeah. What you gonna do with those people? Okay. As somebody was talking there, did somebody share something? Okay. So that takes us to the topic of this week, which is renouncing. Renouncing. We've been renouncing lots of things this week.
I want to,
You want to share? Edgar, what did you renounce?
yes, I want to start today. uh, when I don't renounce to something, this because it has a value for me. But the moment I recognize uh, and uh, I am aware that this don't let me grow, then there is a conflict in me that makes me that create a desire to change. So by being aware, uh, it reduces the power of that belief or fear, and it transforms into an action. Uh, yeah, that's it.
So it's what Lamont was saying yesterday also. At the beginning, you're not renouncing because it has value to you.
Yeah,
And you become aware of what it costs you.
yeah,
As that
and
value comes smaller, the value diminishes, and it's
yeah,
easier for you to renounce. Yeah, this is great,
yeah.
very good. How do you feel now?
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's it.
looks like that makes you very happy and free. It always feels good to be free. Yes, good. Thank you, Edgar.
Thank you.
Anyone else is renouncing?
renouncing. I'm renouncing hard work.
Hard work.
Yes,
I'm with you
I'm
there.
renouncing that. And I think Frederick talked about it earlier in the week. It went with a belief. So I was taught you work hard, and if you don't work hard, it's not worth it. Whatever it is, it doesn't have value if I don't work hard for it. But I worked hard, and I didn't get anything but a bunch of slaps in my face and disappointment. So not working hard, renouncing that is so, it's like light. Nothing that I'm doing, whatever I do is fun because I'm not working hard to do it. So it's more enjoyable. It makes life a little easier.
And life is to be enjoyed.
Yes.
When you work hard, you forget that life is to be enjoyed.
Well, I'm in too much pain when I'm working hard because I was like, I have expectation, like, oh, I gotta meet a goal and I gotta do this and that. So I don't even think about fun or joy. I'm focused on whatever the goals and expectations.
I believe it's also because we have been taught that work is serious.
Yeah.
If you don't have a job, how you pay your bills?
Right.
So you have to take that really seriously. But Mahari, she said, find something that you enjoy doing. Because you enjoy doing, you're doing it well. And because it's well done, people pay you well for that. So you end up being paid to have fun. This is a job. This is working. You do something that you enjoy doing. Yes.
What do you want me to say? I agree and disagree with you.
Good.
Okay. I agree because the culture that we came up in, that was the money.
Right. You have to
Yeah.
work hard.
Apply yourself.
Exactly.
You know, that's all we knew.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There was no alternative.
Exactly.
Right.
Something goofy. Right. But we were lucky. We managed to find out and there's more to life than just kids.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know, and then we were able to make that transition and renounce the other stuff that we had lived with all our life. We replaced it with another grief with a grief.
Yes.
Yeah, wait, yeah. What I was gonna say, um, I noticed that I wonder lately, when I say lately, the past year, I I I wonder if there's any connection, at least in my life, with the outcome and the actual action. What I mean by that is like what you're saying is you could still work hard, but the part that's painful is the expectation. It's like what you're gonna get out of it. It's almost like an investment. I say, well, I'm doing this, but I better get that, or I'm doing this because I know I'm gonna get this. So there's like an expectation from what you're doing. So as you're doing it, you're not really there. You're basically going, I'm gonna
You're in the
after
future.
that,
Right,
yeah,
right.
after
You're in the
that,
future.
it's gonna be awesome. And life, you don't know. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't.
Exactly.
And but what I noticed is, like, especially with Airbnb and my garden and stuff like this, I start playing around with it. I start noticing that basically uncoupling the activity that I'm doing with the money that's coming in and when or how. You know what I mean? I'm still doing it. What I mean by, for example, if I'm cleaning Airbnb, I like before I look at my calendar and say, okay, I have so many people and I need to do this thing, and now I'm don't. It's like I don't even know. I'm lost.
Yes.
I just like, oh, I gotta clean Airbnb today. I'm gonna clean Airbnb, and then somehow the money comes in, and it's like I divorce the action from the outcome.
Right.
So I'm working in my yard. I'm just cutting the grass and cutting the grass, and I'm just enjoying that. You know, the whatever happens after that. I guess my point is like I don't know. I'm not affirming anything. I'm just saying that I don't know. I'm not sure. And throughout my life, I was in control. You know, I was forcing things. I was not forcing things. I was completely lost. I mean, I tried so many things. I'm not sure it made any difference in the outcome. Maybe it did. I'm not saying it did. I'm just not sure that there is a connection. And I'm not claiming that. I'm not claiming that I'm a fatalist, right? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I don't know if
I I
control.
can
Good.
I think I'm interpreting what you're saying is like it's like that correlation that between cause and effect, that it's like you said, you have the expectation is there for something you do, and I can relate to that totally, because that's why even with working or doing something where I'm, you know, uh, that it's almost like you're breaking out of that. It's like, the mind is always trying to piece one thing to another. That's my mind is always trying to do that. So, but I can see how that decoupling you're talking about is you're breaking definitely breaking up an old pattern. I can see how that works, because I mean that's like whenever I discover that I've done very little or nothing, and then the things I want happen, it's like boom, for me. I can see that.
I guess, yeah. I'm not.
Yeah, there's
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I'm doing this I'm not doing this on purpose. This is more like I'm not saying
It's an
that's,
experiment.
but I'm saying that I guess my focus was more on if I'm doing something now, like for example, if I'm washing the dishes, I'm I'm basically bringing my most of my attention as much as I can on just
Mhm.
doing the dishes without
Yeah.
any meaning.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird because it's weird to say that you have a life without any meaning. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're doing it because it sounds so odd to say you're doing
Mm-hmm.
something without a meaning, but just
Hmm.
washing dishes,
Right.
I'm completely divorcing like why am I doing it?
Yeah.
What for? It's just like
Mm-hmm.
just involved, and when I'm involved in that, then it feels there's a lot less weight
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
expectation. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
lighter. Yeah, it's lighter and it's
You're
yeah.
present. It's more present in whatever you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. In that I experience more happiness in what I'm doing.
Yeah,
As opposed to thinking that, oh, okay, I'm washing the dishes because I need the dishes to be clean or whatever
the
labels.
responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like a child when a child is playing. You think a child knows why he's like digging a hole dig?
No.
No?
Yeah,
Yeah.
picking up worms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing now.
Let's go deeper with what Amanda was saying.
Uh-oh.
The first thing. Let's go deeper. And I heard you talking about outcome of washing dishes, outcome of it. There is only one outcome. It's you. That's it. So when you realize, and I'm not talking metaphysically, spiritually, really standing there washing dishes
Right.
or digging in the dirt or driving the car, it's you. So when you don't go out to find you happy, then you are happy. It's already there. You have arrived
You never left.
because you never left. But the reason why you will look for satisfaction outside because you cannot see the satisfaction is right there in your face. The reason why you look what we were talking about the outcome. To make the job easy, fun, relax, don't focus on the outcome. But even there, the outcome is not you, outside of you. But it make it simple, make it more powerful, make it you.
Sante, turn that mic off.
If you're looking for an outcome, what if you're not?
That's what I'm saying.
Even if you're not looking for outcome, it's even better
Yeah.
because you, as an outcome, you are an outcome. You make an outcome, but you don't come. You out. You out. In. And you spend all your life for that. Not just tonight, all those years of your life was for that. It was for you, to find you, to know you, to enjoy you. The truth is you. We are talking with Darwin. When Jesus said, I am the way, the light, the truth, the life. Christian believe that he thought as him a person, me with two legs, two arms, I am the way. How can an individual be the way? Also, Jesus talked about Jesus as love, as truth, as light. When he said, I am
I am.
is the way. I am is the truth. I am is the light.
I am is the key.
Right.
Being.
That's the
Yeah.
key.
Yeah. So when you get this I am, you don't care about outcome.
Okay, that's all right. Now that's pretty much goes to the crux of what I was getting at.
Mhm.
Because I say that because there's one guy in Washington Park. Supposedly he had a bar. Supposedly a staunch racist didn't allow blacks in his bar. Except I bought a couple around the corner on my way to work. And in the morning, in the wintertime, I stopped in. Give me a shot of Jack Black or whatever. He looked at me for about a week. When I'm working days, I was stopping. He said, "Come in at the bar." I didn't want to see it. I worked out. Anyway, bottom line is, after a long time, this guy begged me to buy his building. I mean, the building is my chair and my first chair. He begged me to buy it. I said, I don't want it. Buy it. He said, go. He was sick. He had had a couple of heart operations. He said, got it. I want you to have it. I don't want it. He said, look, give me $1. It's your down payment. And you make me a payment $50 a month. If something happens to me, you're paid in full. He said, but you know, I'm saying, this came up. I got the terrible. Three guys came in, never seen these guys before. They looked, I tell you, I thought they were gangsters. I believe they were. This guy want to talk to me, yada, yada. And then he had a shake face. He said, hey, if ever you need some money, let me know. Any all of the shoes if you want. And, you know, what I'm getting at is money just starts coming.
Oh yeah.
Opportunity just comes to you.
Oh yeah.
No expecting an outcome, even anticipating.
Right. Yeah. And the track with the outcome that you anticipating, you will never anticipate that somebody come and give me a suitcase of $200,000. You will never. You might say, oh, maybe my cousin will let me borrow $50.
Right.
And you don't go further than
my
that.
Maybe, yeah.
Right.
And needless to say, I said, no, thanks anyway. Because I really believe they're gangs. If you take the money, they're going to. No. It's just anticipating an outcome is not a requisite for being blessed and getting rich.
Oh, it's the exact opposite.
You'll get the echo or the bounce back.
Well, it takes you out of, because it takes you out of right now. No matter what it is, whether you're expecting something good or expecting something bad, you are basically projecting. You're out. You're like,
You're not here.
you're not here.
now.
Here, and if you're not here, you're suffering. I don't care what it is, because even if you think it was something good, immediately after that, you say, "Oh, what if it doesn't happen?" You know, it's like your mind always goes, "Yeah, but am I gonna get it?" And you're like, "But it's still not here." You dream. I like to do this, but I know I'm doing it. I love daydreaming. I just go float and blah blah blah. But I know
No, it's too
I know
hot.
that's what I'm doing. Otherwise, which is interesting because when you okay, you guys tell me what you think about this. If I'm in the present and if I'm in the present and I'm aware like of the moment, there's a point where the true freedom is when I'm unaware. There's a point where there's no awareness.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes.
You don't even know if there's nothing or not something. It doesn't matter. Yeah. That for me, that's pure freedom.
The child doesn't know he's aware.
Yeah, that is there.
He doesn't know he's there. He's aware. His consciousness, and that does not is not a problem for the child to enjoy life fully without worry about the future or regret of the past and things like that.
On the contrary,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's free. The child is free to enjoy.
the thing is that the child, you say the child is free to enjoy. Who gives the child the freedom?
The child.
Nobody. Why do you expect somebody to make you free? What are you waiting for to be free right now? Look,
Mhm.
freedom is not given,
So he's there.
it's experienced by you. That's why yesterday when we were talking to Lemont, I said willingness. You have to be willing to be free instead of being a beggar. You say forgiveness, love, but willingness also. You
Yes.
have, because the universe is there for you. Everything is there for you. The tree over there, the bird, the water, everything, the air that you breathe, everything is there for you. Everything is working for you inside your body, the enzymes, the proton, all the things are at your service. Are you willing to accept or are you going to renounce life and keep working like a zombie? You have to be willing. Anybody's willing there?
Of course. Mhm.
I don't say of course because it's not of course.
Yeah. It's not a course.
It's not
Yeah.
for you. You will say, oh, it's of course.
Yes,
Because of course, we
yes, I'm willing.
so many.
I'm willing. I'm willing.
Okay.
I am willing. I am willing.
Okay. So we have two willing over there,
I'm willing.
two willing here. Three
Willing. Willing.
I'm not willing. No.
Okay.
Have practice again. Get the energy. When this happens, when you have this experience of that practice, this is the opening of your third eye. Yeah. So you have visions in your dream, lucid dreaming, and listen to your heart, listen to yourself, because with before the energy come to the higher chakra, what was more important to you was eating, sleeping, basic thing to survive. Now the energy is in the higher chakra, so your heart opens, and your heart has the truth, the wisdom. Listen to your heart. Your vision expands. Also, I was talking to Joshua, an experience that I had. I say, how come you, since you're born, you see trees? You see trees. This is the most valuable for us, at least in Missouri. You have so many trees, and every time that you look at a tree, it should be a repetition of the same experience that you had the last time you look at the tree, but it's not. It is not. This is where the power is. Obviously, it's not limited. Nothing is limited. That's why when we were saying you cannot step in the river twice, because the river is not limited. The tree is not the same tree of yesterday. It has less leaves, more growth, something has happened.
Not just the tree. You are not
Yeah.
1 second to the next. How many what do you call this? How many things happen in your body?
Billions of
Per second? Yeah.
Billion,
interactions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
billion. So you are not, and again I go back to when Jesus said, I am. And we have seen that with can you be human? This is it. This is the answer there.
What is the answer?
Can you be that?
Being.
Can you be Christ consciousness? Can you be the light? Can you be the way, the truth? Willingly,
Mhm.
consciously, voluntarily, choosingly, instead of being who they told you that a human being is. We have seen that with the being human, the definition that you gave of a human being is not human. And like Joshua said, when you get there, there is nothing, not even awareness.
Mm.
How can you be, how can you be one thing and everything?
Mhm.
I know with the word we get really entangled. It's difficult to use words to describe that state. And this is why you know that state only when you have experienced it. That's it.
And I think that was one of the reasons I was having such difficulty. I'm comfortable with something that's well known, well defined.
Ah,
You know, if you tell me this is about this, there's no problem. I understand what about this. If you tell me some matter, but when you start talking about the physical thing, it's kind of hard getting my head around. So I'm totally unfamiliar.
yeah,
You know, and that was making that adjustment.
yeah,
And that's one thing I learned about Joshua. Joshua can see things almost 360 degrees. He can see it all.
yeah,
Amanda, she sees things pretty much. Only she sees it clearer than I do.
yeah.
Darlene,
Clarity.
no, Darlene sees things pretty close to where I am because we're same generation, you know, same culture, same experiences to a point.
Yeah,
And so we see things work on the kind of goofy.
I think you were
No,
70
no,
years old.
no, hey.
Same generation.
Both of us are kind of goofy because we grew up pretty much under the same system. We
Yeah.
were pretty much trained the same way.
Right.
Yeah.
We embrace pretty much the same values and all the same goals.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying about
Yeah.
making us goofy.
Yes.
Cute, Florida. Darlene got to. I'm goofy.
Goofy is good.
Goofy.
I love
Dr. Goofy.
Yeah.
And Lamont, I noticed Lamont has a tendency to see things almost 360 degrees from where my viewpoint is. His perception is like
60 degrees.
360 degrees.
300.
Oh, 180 degrees.
The
Okay,
complete opposite of
opposite of what you.
Yeah, Lamont sees things. So when I'm thinking, I pretty much know almost where Lamont will be coming from. And when he's talking, then I don't have any trouble making the adjustments to understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't get caught up in semantics of words.
Yeah.
Because words is a trap. Words are a trap.
Yeah.
And they will pretty much send you off on a tangent.
Mm-hmm.
And you go off topic and off subject and you'll be wandering around. That's why I can sit back and try to you never pretty much put me in the ball.
Yeah.
And you, I had heard about you before I even, no, after I met you. And I only met you a few times before I heard about you. And they were telling me about this woman. Did you and Tommy G ever have an issue about what he was doing to the people in the house?
His organization.
The organization?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I heard. Well, who is this woman? So I do not feel bad at all. If she would climb up Tommy G's tree, and I ain't got a chance. I ain't got a chance.
What does that mean? Climbing the
No, it means no. It means like explanation. So when she put someone in check,
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
what did you see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, she had no
That's-
fault. Yeah.
That's her will. And the thing is, she's got the experience
Oh yeah.
to know how to know that she's talking.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, you can't fake that.
No.
You could try to fake it, but you can't.
No.
It's experience.
Yourself.
That's what I was saying. Remember when I was sitting there and you were saying, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, and I'm looking at you and say, you can't fake experience. I can tell you've been through like, and you can tell that in the body, yeah, and everything.
That's why you know or you don't know.
Real or you're not real.
You cannot be in between. There is no compromise, no in between. You are also honest.
Did Swami G ever take his mind after you finished with him?
He wasn't controlling it stuff after a while. It was his little help.
Well, yeah. People were took it all off the
Yeah, you have to look at him as really two persons. There is a 20 years old child just come from the Himalaya, chanting the Vedas and talking the truth. Never touched money in his life, never watched TV, never read a newspaper, totally pure. And you said that yesterday he was giving the knowledge for free. I stayed in his ashram for free. He trained me for free. Everything that I learned there, never asked for a penny. And when people will say, why don't you charge anything? He will say, they gave me the land. One lady gave him the land. The neighbor told him, you can plug the cord and have the electricity. And every morning the farmers will bring bags of rice and vegetables. He said, I'm not paying for anything. Why should people pay me for anything? So he was like that for a while until he came to the United States. And even when he came to the United States, he will give you a class Wednesday evening, Thursday evening, Friday evening, Saturday all day, Sunday all day for $100. And the $100 was just to buy his ticket to move around, to survive. Until he met a couple of people from what is his name, Oracle and Google.
Yeah, Microsoft.
Microsoft, a couple of Indian. And because his culture is Indian, he respects the elders. And they were older than him. And those guys were, wait a minute, look at the crowd which is coming. You are a master. You're supposed to charge real money. And he started to belong to those people. When I worked for him in the Caribbean. I raised $500,000 by myself on my account. The money was in my account because he didn't have an organization structure enough for the French government to have a bank account. So people will pay by check or credit card. It was on my account. And even at that time, I asked him what to do with the money. He said the money is for the people. Get an ashram, get a center for the young people, for the elderly, for the juveniles. Do something for the people. But the Microsoft guys around, they start to approach me. Oh, we need some money to do something in Los Angeles. Okay, get it. Then we need some money to, and when I saw the way it was going, I stepped out.
Also, the people who are with.
And they could not understand. Really, they were not mature enough to understand him, what he was doing, really. And so he was starting to move into the money making thing. And he was training me to do darshan. And darshan is when you touch somebody and you send this energy over the body. He trained me to do that. What Amat is doing, what other people are doing, going all over the world, hurting you and giving energy to your body. And I learned that. I practice that. I see that. But this is not me. Why would I give you a glimpse of you instead of teaching you to be you? And I said, no, I don't want to work for you. I'm not going to do that.
Because a lot of the people that have been with him for a long time, they call him.
He has changed. He
Yes,
changed.
Yeah.
He had
whole
really,
organization has changed.
and he changed so much that recently I was just listening to him. He lost the knowledge.
He what?
He lost the knowledge
With surprise.
because knowledge comes out of charity, honesty, sincerity. When you look at the people I was telling, darling, you look at somebody, you see a potential. Even if the person says, no, 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 I'm not ready, I'm a sinner, whatever, you see love, compassion, you see the light, you see who the person, like Jesus said, I am is the light. And you are light, you are truth. And when he was started, when I met him, he was in his 20s, really a young child. He was talking like that. Now that guy changed his mind about the money, and that's what you said yesterday when he told you that he was not charging any money and he didn't have as many people that when he charged now he charged $15,000 for something that he was charging $100 for. But the thing is that it's okay if I charge $15,000 per person, that turned me into a millionaire quick. But what is the value of the millions if I have kept the people in jail in the belief that because they pay me $15,000, I can do something for them better than the one who was paying them? And I rather pay even no money or less money because I know that if you are there with me, it's because you really want it. Because if you give me $20,000, you expect me to give you for $20,000, and I have nothing for you for $20,000 because you are unlimited money.
But that's what they sell us. Because I think that every time I watch some conversation, one of the sessions, just one of the sessions lasts a day with her. I mean, she was talking about something that she had doing. Oh, the sacred cow. She wanted to build a herd and bring them this water to in the river. Down in house, of course, like Georgia, they were going to bring a herd down there. The herd yeah. But in the space of an hour and a half, I think she said she made $175,000. She got it like that.
Yeah.
She got so much, over $200,000.
Yeah.
And then, since she has so much time left, she mentioned that we also have something here that we wanted to raise maybe $50,000.
Oh.
There's another $100,000. In an hour and a half, she had raised pretty close to $500,000.
Yeah.
And then she had those fundraisers throughout the day. So she had 4 or 5. So I'm thinking that one particular day, she got probably $2 million.
Yeah.
And when people pay that, they don't give you how you get MasterCard, Visa, and personal check.
I think the real tragedy for me, the money is irrelevant. It's like you can have money, you could not have money, $5, 5 million. The real tragedy is the lack of humility. It's like if you find something, you find the source, and every one of us have found and tasted the source, right? The same as same as a lot of people. The problem is that the story like the donkey with the statue on his back.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you think after a while you think you're the source, meaning like not the source itself, but you think it's like, oh, I look at this, I got, it's me.
You see, you are the source of everybody.
You think, yeah, because everybody's looking at you. Everyone's looking at you. It's like, oh yeah, everybody's and all the people whispering in your ear, say, oh, you are the God, you are the thing. You should, you don't have to do this because you. And eventually you think, oh, I'm the source. I'm the one. That's where all the stuff. And then you move away from the actual source, the source of everything. You know what I mean? Because if you are not sitting like actual sitting, but if you're established right above the source, then it's not you. It's like you become a channel for all that stuff to come out, right? Then it doesn't matter how it comes out. It's like it's pure nature, pure life, pure being.
Yeah.
But then it's like the river. It's like somebody say, oh, let me grab this source and go over there, and I'm gonna give it to me. Yeah. As soon as you do this, you moved away.
And the image becomes the source.
Yeah. And then eventually it dries up, and you lost going, well, what happened? It's like, and then you try to fake it because you still have an echo of it. You still have the memory of how it was. You have an image, and you start hitting that image and go, yeah, here it is. But you know the truth.
And you better find something to say because you have millions of people who have paid you billions of dollars to listen.
Yeah.
That's one way, that's one way to look at it. As I told you, the guru I was dealing with right before I came here, how he told me, he said, I can help you. I can help you 50% of it, but you have to do the other 50% yourself.
Right.
I had no clue as to what he was talking about.
Yeah.
I do not have a clue.
Yeah.
And he told me that at different periods over a year, Frederick, I can do it for 50%, but you have to do it. I don't know anything. And I'm just saying this as a prelude to saying when the people pay the money, they have no idea what they can do, what they need to do, or what they should do. And they expect somebody to do it for them.
Absolutely, because you're in a culture, you go to college, you pay a tuition, and at the end you're a doctor. This is how it works. So they expect that it's gonna be like that also. I paid you, now show me.
And this is what I was saying about you, the difference between you and I call it faith. can say that now because I know the difference. Until I experienced it, I did not know the difference.
Yeah.
They find they are selling a dream, like dream and hope.
Yeah.
They know this stuff is not going to work. They know it's not going to do anything.
Mhm.
And like the man to you, get off your butt and start taking charge of your own
Exactly.
finances, your relationship. You have nothing coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're lacking the question I had, with Shante, and I was asking you, what makes somebody uh like, go from, and I agree with you, you have to really want it, right? You have to want it, and okay, yeah, you have to want it, and then but I remember this guy that was saying, children, how they are, how they approach things, and the teacher goes, hey, so what are you doing over there? It's like, oh, I'm making a drawing. It's like, what are you drawing? It's like, I'm drawing God. And the teacher goes, well, nobody knows what God looks like. And the child said, just wait 5 minutes.
And you're gonna see.
And they're not afraid.
Right.
They're
No,
gonna
they're
take
not.
a whack at it.
Yeah.
As an adult, you are afraid. You're afraid to make a mistake. Children, they just go like, I don't know what I'm
Because they're
going.
open.
Yeah, and they go and they
They're
look.
open.
It's like, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna go and find out. But as an adult, you go, oh, I don't know. Am I gonna make a mistake? Am I gonna succeed? Anyway, gotta go.
Okay.
And I think that is a major thing. Stuck on stupid. You know you need something to do, but you're hesitant because will I screw it up? Will I make a mistake? And you just get frozen.
You're paralyzed.
Yeah, you're paralyzed.
Oh, you're doing it with one hand behind your back. Like, yeah.
Yeah, we're not going in the direction.
There's a person coming to America and told his wife, okay, jump on one foot, bark like a dog. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you see it coming to America, Eddie Murphy?
The first one?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Bark like a dog.
Before he went to America.
Yeah.
They said the
Okay.
arranged
Oh,
marriage.
right. Yeah, and she did it.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Okay.
On this note,
It's time to conclude. I want to thank you for everything that you have. Thank you to recognize everything that you have. Oh.
Shanti.
Shanti.
Shante.
Shanti. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Figure it out.
Thank you, beautiful people. I see you next week.
See
Wow,
you
I'm totally black.
Good night, sweet dreams.
All right.
Good night.